Hi team, I am going to start off by going over the instructions for the job team meeting. So here's our check-in. We are still working on exposure block. Since it's only Wednesday, it's possible that could change, and that might change by grade level based off of who we get scheduled, just to give you a heads up. The first set of slides are for grade 9. And just as a reminder, what we decided to do with grade 9 is to give them some time to work on their module assessment in Excel. So we will start with a circle, just give them some time, because remember, we're their only touch point really on their work day until they get to the afternoon when they have advisory. So we want to make sure that we give them a sense of community because they're here with us. We're going to do a review and just a little discussion from last week on the soft skills, and then we will head into the Excel module assessment. So what I have is just a little question, like we've been doing in the past. Have the students read it out loud. In the chat, have them put whatever answer they guess to be the truth. And then here we have the actual answer, and then the top 5 most in-demand soft skills, according to LinkedIn in 2020. And then I have some discussion questions down here at the bottom that you can feel free to ask students. Pick out whichever ones you think are going to work organically with your class. And then we're going to do a review. What are soft skills? Have the students define them or share examples of them. We're just trying to access their prior knowledge here. And then in this slide, have a student read the definition of soft skills and then ask them, okay, let's talk about what some of those actual definition or actual examples of soft skills are. And then what we'll head into for our fresh folk is that they will be doing their module assessment. I have linked to AES here, and you can just model for them how to get into AES to complete the module assessment. Then they also have OnBase to complete, and I have put on here that office hours are required for all students with missing assignments. Let them know that calls home will be happening this week for all Ds and Fs, just so that they have like extra motivation to get things done. And if students are worried, let's say that they take the module assessment and they don't do well, you can say to them, listen, go back and start your other assignments. Or maybe a student just reaches out to you and says, hey, listen, I'm really worried. I'm not going to do well. You could do a case-by-case basis and say, start in your previous assignments and work your way up to where we currently are so that they can do well on their module assessments. Really what we're thinking about here is the fact that if the students haven't put the time in the past, we're giving them a chance to put in the time if they so choose, and we're there to support them. So that sort of wraps up the 9th grade, and this is very similar to what we have all talked about already. Our grades 10 through 12 slides. Very similar start. We have a couple of circle questions, starting off with our goals and our agenda. We've got our hard soft skills question. And then I'm asking the students to take notes. And I always say something like, Mrs. A has her notebook and her pen right here to the side of her at all times. You might choose to take a picture of these notes. You might choose to write an email and send it to yourself, but just be prepared to start capturing information. And we're going to do that same review of soft skills and the discussion that we talked about earlier. But when we get to the actual meat of the assignment for today, there is an article here from Muse that talks about soft skills, and it's more of like advice from famous, successful people. And we're going to ask the students to come back and share 2 key takeaways. What I did this week was I actually shared this link in the chat with students and asked students ahead of time, okay, I want so-and-so to read this paragraph, so-and-so to read that paragraph, and then had them read through it. It looks like my video is going to stop in just a couple of seconds. So what I'm going to do is try to make it through this if I can. The next activity is that there are these cartoons here. You know what? I don't think I'm going to make it. Let me pause and I'll pick this up in the next video.